So I'm just laying down for the night and it's a little after 8 o'clock. And no, this is not like fried chicken grease or something. My mouth is a little sore, like right in here. So I said, oh, let me put a little Vaseline right there. So to catch you up, and the thing of it is, so many things happen in any given day that I really forget some things. Like I said, I brought up the fact that Donnie asked about getting a phone, but I completely forgot about the fact that Sean and Sophie woke up around 3:30, and I just was like, I'm not having this. I had barely slept much last. I didn't. It's just I didn't sleep in my bed last night, so it's not always the best sleep when you sleep on your couch and things like that. Even though I was comfy, it just isn't the best sleep. So I gave them some melatonin so they could go back to sleep. And I had a hard time getting back up. So Donnie was real late today. He didn't get to school until 8 o'clock. Um, but it's just sometimes I wish there was a magical fairy that could come along and just wave a wand and make life easy. And it's not. Um, Part of me wants to be like, it's not fair that, he's not doing this and da 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 da, na na na. But I know life isn't fair. Um, and like tonight, let's see, Sean accidentally knocked over his oatmeal. So then he decided to throw a fit. So I told him, you go on upstairs, you can go to bed, or at least go upstairs and play. Just, you're not going to keep screaming down here. Then while I was trying to get him situated, I come back downstairs and, excuse me, Sophie has crawled on top of the kitchen table and proceeded to knock over a mug, broke the handle, and threw everything off of her mat. The mug, I'm not so much mad about. It's a mug that said Mrs., so she kind of did me a favor. But it's just these types of things that, I know someone would be like, "Oh, you should have been supervising your kids. That's why that happened." Okay, you must have one, and you must have somebody else around to help you, because in real life, that's not what happens. In real life, what happens is that every time I try to get one kid situated, the other two lose their minds. And that doesn't mean that, oh, I'm with Donnie and then the twins are losing their minds. It's just, it rotates through all three of them. And like one of my friends said, she was like, that means you never really get a chance to kind of recover or have like a calm time. Every now and then it does happen. And, when things are, I would say, at their worst, there typically is one that may realize that, oh, hey, let me give mommy a smile, let me give mommy a hug. And that those things are really helpful. And sorry, I just got a little distracted because I just got a message from my ex-husband asking me, I think, to add something to the calendar. But again, he was like, we make a great co-parenting team. Okay, that's the thing. Let me see. I don't know what all I've said, but he sent me messages on Friday where he sounded suicidal. I told him that he needs to seek professional help. He said no. Then the next thing that came, I think the next day, his messages were that his car had been repossessed and that I was going to need to pick up the kids and when I say pick up the kids, I mean during the week until he's able to get his car back. So I think that was another day. Then the next day it is, oh, well, I filed for bankruptcy. I should be able to get my car back soon. But oh, I'm sorry. In between, that's what I'm saying. I'm so tired and so many things happen. So many things are said. But at one point, so when he told me Because, okay, the day after the suicidal type messages, the next day I think were the messages saying, oh, I may be moving back to Charlotte. And all I wrote was okay. Because I have no more energy to spend on that. And it's taken all of these years for me to realize that sometimes I feel that he says things to get a rise out of me. And for the longest time, I didn't want to believe that. I was like, no, I just think, he's processing things, he's going through things. And I think that is absolutely true. But so am I. And it's compounded whenever he decides to do one of those things. I can't act like I don't believe that some of my tiredness is really just being emotionally tired. And even though in my spirit I haven't let it marinate, I do believe that it's affecting me to a certain degree. Because again, I'm doing everything on my own. And when he talked about not moving to Charlotte, one of the things that he said was, oh, well, we make a good co parenting team. And I do agree. I think we are civil. We are not the type of exes where, we're mean and nasty to each other and all those types of things, or we badmouth each other. But nonetheless, the work primarily falls on me. And the thing of it is, that's primarily how our relationship was, which is part of the reason why I did file for divorce. So I think just as a single parent, sometimes you just feel overwhelmed. Even like at work, I love my job, or at least I have. I don't want to go to work. Part of me wants to quit, but I can't. It's February. We haven't even reached the midpoint of the semester yet. But whenever something comes up that needs to be done, it just feels like one more thing that I have to do when I have a scroll of things to do. Not a list, but a scroll. It feels never ending. So, not to sound whiny or anything, it's just I'm kind of sharing just things that have happened over the past few days. And like I said, this is just a normal thing for me. That's why I forgot to even mention a lot of it. So, I brought my computer upstairs because I was going to look at the information for a class that I'm going to start taking in March, but I think I just want to go to sleep. I'm hungry. I'm probably not going to eat dinner. And I'll just, I guess, take it from there. So, good night.